attempt number 2.
Oh, there we go. Alright guys, welcome to the Capestance vlog, and we are here with Gabriella, aka Gebba, and Kyle, Geyer, husband and wife, and they won best female ride at OTF 24. So we are doing an interview to kind of give the background to the whole story, and like, you know, so where did it all start? Like, what made the build start for OTF 24?
So I thought of going into content creation, but I just didn't think like how really to go about it, because everyone's doing kind of the same thing.
But like YouTube, content creation, or on all social media?
So like on all social media, and I love fashion, but I feel like it's very much like overwhelmed at the moment, like everyone's doing it. So I'm like, I have my car, like why not just lean into it? Because I've always been scared to do it, because I felt like, oh my word, I'm a girl, and like it's very male dominated. And then I was like, why not just do it? And when it came up, I was like, why not? It was a big like jump, but yeah.
No, but obviously the step was like, that's the thing with OTF, it's like very nerve-wracking at first, and that's like the big exciting part about it, you know, like you get the adrenaline rushing, and you know,
it was quite a hectic show for a first show too.
Yes, exactly. Most people like will attend like maybe a school show first, so it's like a meet and just get in there, went straight OTF 24.
So I was like, why not? We just jump.
Go on one time.
I'm always gonna be reluctant and scared.
And also sometimes if you're half-assed basically, then you never really get to the full potential. But if you go for something like OTF, like a big show, it drives you to do something like this that's really like eye-catching and captivating.
Yeah, and it challenges you as well, because like we also thought, how do we really pull off something that's like wow? Yeah. And not just it's something you've seen, and also it's a white car, so we're like, it needs to be different, you know.
Yeah, because the white car, especially without the vinyl, is just like like I mean, you know, the Mk1s are very common generally, so you needed to make it stand out, and like, I mean, that's why this car obviously made like lots of waves at OTF. The vinyl and the styling was you know.
And the wheels we changed, because we had the Evos on, and it was like, look here, we need to change everything, because it looked like too like not common, but it looked good, but it
wasn't like captivating. And how did, like, what was the process, like time frame process that you had? So like when did you like say, okay, we're holding for OTF 24?
So I started like September.
Before we even knew we actually got in.
So we started September, but we started with
planning and like discussion, like literally discussion. When was this discussion started? Before September?
Yeah, it started before.
Because we announced it around like March.
So it started before, but the actual
like
progress started because I was like, okay,
September.
I need enough time now. So I think it was the wheels. I wanted to split. I wanted to put on that split.
Oh, but you were busy with the wheels before September.
I was. but it was like me getting the bolts and importing.
No, but I mean all of that. So like literally, like you got that wheels. What is the intention of the wheels? So you obviously you've got split wheels. We won't say what wheels it was. And that was your intention for OTF 24, and then you had some headaches, and it didn't actually materialize. And so this is actually your plan B look for OTF.
And I was very reluctant of this wheel.
So, I had this wheel like also a while, and I was just standing there in the garage.
And also, like, you obviously know your plan A is obviously what you always sit on. And if your plan A doesn't go through, you kind of get demotivated, and you're like, the plan B is not as good as it could have been. And but your plan B still managed to win a prize at OTF 24, which is like pretty dope.
And it went really well with like the whole look overall. Like when we got it back,
it's like killed.
We were like, oh my word, it actually looks
a Mk1 with a 5-bar wheel is like really timeless. It's like classic, and you executed it very well. And the inspiration out of this whole chat is to like let people know like your journey. So you guys are saying like 3 months it took you guys from September, to like really put the plan into motion. And anything else that's like behind the scenes that you want to give us an update on?
So those must now like what's going to happen or what?
No, so this is OTF 24. OTF 25, we'll discuss that throughout the year. That's our next vlog.
Okay.
So my main concern was obviously the rust, because you was like, no, like don't be so on yourself, like just go like that. Like there's people that have rust spots like you and there. Yeah. But I'm a perfectionist, and I was like, I'm not pitching up there and I have rust on my car, because I know I won't be happy and I won't enjoy myself at the event. So I was like, I need to find a way that's affordable and it's in our budget. So I'm like, okay, let's do a livery, but I wasn't sure what, and he was worried. He's like, please don't cover the whole car. Because I can get very like, you know, once I have an idea, I can really go with it.
I had to make sure, I had to tell her, look here, whatever you do, make sure we're able to do it. So it must be realistic, because
like in financial sense,
financial
or
and
physical,
like actually being able to do it, like the labor wise.
Okay.
So
with labor wise, what did you actually do on the car? Did you have other people do anything on the car?
So it was my friend, myself, and Arno, my friend, aka Buti. So we were. I asked him before, and
showed the design, and then he got excited, and he's like, hell yes, like he wants to
be a part of it.
He wants to do it. So that made me more excited. I was like, okay, like let's go for
other
it.
people helping on board,
and like
that's so for me, that's one of the things that OTF and the events do, is like bring people together. Like before that, you wouldn't really have something to do together, but it give you that moment to build like some time together, and like after that, you have this memory now on this thing, and that's what we like about OTF 24 and OTF in the future, is that you see there's a lot of people that actually haven't brought their cars to events, and they brought out the OTF, and you have to obviously give people something to really like push towards, and that's what we're trying to like push now, and bringing it back annually is like, I've seen a lot of people being inspired now, you know, like saying they're going to build something for 25 because 24 they missed it, and now the hype is building. So this story is just to inspire people to see the background to all of that. And is there anything else you guys would like to part to the people that's watching this?
From the prep.
So you can see already, Kyle's got his whole 24-hour plan.
You didn't think I'm inspired. I'm inspired, but we're gonna do a lot. We have a lot planned for like the new year.
But I mean, prepping for it, I would say like.
So this is more to encourage other people as well, because we know you're already inspired. You guys want a trophy, you have to come back and win the trophy for 25.
I would say like my learning curve, or like if you want to do a livery, like I think
like just a build in general. So I want you to inspire other females to build for OTF 25.
Okay.
I think my advice would just be to be yourself and like build what you like. And then if you enjoy it, there's gonna be a group of people that's gonna enjoy it. It doesn't have to be the whole majority, but if you do what you like, more people will obviously love it.
That's beautifully said. So that's what I also like to, encourage in the scene, is we're not building for anyone else to please and satisfy other people. You build what you feel you love, and you putting that on display. You know what I mean? You're not building to please everybody, and that's the beauty of like OTF. It's been a small quality build, and you can see there wasn't a lot of, I didn't see anything that was double up of each other. So it was literally like unique builds that was a reminiscent of people's style and character and like what they love, and that's what we want to grow on, and encourage people to just build something that you love and that you've always wanted to, and have it on display, and everybody have great memories and time together.
We were even shocked, like the hype that we got from the car itself. Like we like you're saying, you build for yourself basically what you like.
So you're not sure like if
these people's gonna receive it,
or like understand or know even what it is. That was nerve-wracking to pull the car.
The anxiety before, like if people gonna like it or not.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh golly. I was just like, you know what? Let me just enjoy it, and seeing people's reaction, that made you feel more like,
so that's the cherry on top of it. And I think a lot of people only see that end product, so then people start to think, oh, people are building for that, where this is kind of revealing the behind of the scenes, and like the camaraderie. Like, I mean, obviously this car brought you guys closer together throughout the journey for OTF 24. So the whole point of a build, and what we want to try and reveal with the vlog is not to build to satisfy people, because a lot of time at shows people think that people are building for recognition, for for the people, for the masses, but that's not the idea. What we want to kind of present in the industry.
Like you're missing the whole point then.
It's like the satisfaction and the joy of you pulling this vision together, and
that is like exciting,
and we're gonna plug your YouTube as well. So you put a nice behind the scenes vlog of the build of the car. You can go and check out the channel. We'll give you a link down below, and you can go and subscribe on the channel, because we're obviously gonna giving your OTF 25 updates throughout the year.
So we're gonna obviously like do our whole journey thing like throughout the year and stuff. because we were going to do Camp Fest, but we're going to make another video on that, like what's happening with that. So yeah, just follow along throughout the year.
Cool. Yeah. So follow and subscribe to their channels. What's the name of the channel?
So it's Gebba.
Everything's just straight Gebba.
It's Gebba 818.
Okay, cool. So what does the 818 stand for?
It's Romans verse 8. What, chapter 8 verse 18,
okay,
and it's
cool.
our wedding date. So it's on the car as well.
Yeah, no, that's I'm asking us.
818, yeah.
And let's see, is there anything else you want to mention about the car? The wheels? Anything on the background of the wheels? Like, is this your plan B?
So yeah, this was the plan B. It was a wheel that I was technically trying to sell the wheel before, because I wanted cash flow for the splits.
Yes.
Let me not
to
say.
fund the split build.
Yeah.
So no one like saw the vision of it or could see the
so
picture.
basically, like I mean, you posted it and no one wanted it, right?
So I made the nuts, I made the center caps, everything. I just didn't have the sticker, of course, and it wasn't restored.
Yeah.
So I sold it. I was trying to sell it.
And no one wanted it.
50%, you can say.
Yeah.
And no one wanted it. And then after that, it's like, yo, everyone's like, yo, it's a mad wheel. You get this. I'm like, this wheel was for sale.
Like the whole time. And someone literally commented like, yo, I should have bought it.
Yeah, no wonder. Regret.
But I also felt bad because like I couldn't see it. Like me and his friend were in the garage and we were test fitting it. And we had to vote, like, do we go for the TSW if the other wheel doesn't work? And we're sitting there and we looked at him and we're like, it's a no from us.
Yeah, they wanted the TSW. I'm like, I don't want to restore the TSW because we already had it on the car and this is probably going to be the yellow other TSWs. So I wanted to do, so I just said, just trust me on this, and then I was like, but it worked out.
Now I like
definitely. I mean, you guys basically elevated the value of this wheel after OTF.
Yeah.
Because how many people wanted this thing after OTF?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's still someone that's waiting for me, basically. So we're in communication. So it all
can we say what happened? No.
What?
What happened when we drove home?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was sad. That was sad.
We're gonna ask you some questions. So, what are you guys' professions?
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'm a quantity surveyor.
Okay, and you?
I am a fashion designer.
Okay, lovely. And then do you want to plug anything with that? Like, you know, if you want to do any business or network with each other, or are you guys good?
So, the other thing at my side hustle is, okay, I don't restore wheels anymore, but I used to. But I do make adapters and spacers.
Okay, cool.
So if anyone's interested or looking for adapters and spacers,
they can reach out
to me. I made the center caps and the X.
Yeah.
So that's all small things that I can make.
Okay, cool.
For custom wheels and wheel related.
Definitely. So we'll put, how do the people reach you?
On my Instagram, which is Gretin Grace.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So when and why did you buy this car? When who bought the car? How does that like?
So I was looking for a car when I was a student. So I was traveling with bus and stuff. But I wanted like a E30, a Honda.
Yeah.
I wanted
what,
like
the EK?
No, what was it?
She wanted a CRX.
Oh, like
yeah.
a EF.
And my mom's like, no, that's too fast. And he's like, a BM's too expensive. I'm like, but I really want. And then I wanted. Okay, I was like, can I get a Beetle? And he's like, no.
So I had a Beetle, and I couldn't find a proper mechanic.
Yeah.
And I was like, the whole time people were like basically G'ing me.
Yeah.
And then I had the Mk1, which I entered at OTF, I think 2015 at the hangar, the light blue one.
Yeah.
And then at that time I still had the car, but I had a good mechanic.
So he's like,
so did you just have the Mk1s at the same time?
Basically.
Yes.
So then he's like, just get it, because seeing that we have a good mechanic for the Mk1, just get a Mk1.
And I'm sure how easy it is to maintain.
Oh, that's the main part, like maintenance of it. You don't want to be stuck with a car that's unreliable.
So that I was like traveling
with E30, I don't even know where to start, or like with BMs and stuff. So
and I was in traffic and traveling to town, so it needed to be reliable.
Yeah.
But the search for a Mk1 that time was it was a fail. Like we didn't find anything nice.
Yo, we drove the whole.
How was this car? Was this car clean when you found it?
Like when the garage door opened, I was like.
I wasn't like.
That was clean base.
The cleanest car out of all the cars that we viewed.
So,
and I mean, we drove to like Frans Hoek. We drove to Flippers.
Where did you find this one?
It's like
5 minutes.
And there's a friend of
my brother. My brother was there the week before, but my brother didn't see the car. Then we went to go view the car, and the guy's like, "Oh, you Geyer?" He's like, yeah. I'm like, "Yeah, your brother was here last week." I'm like,
and he knows he was
you didn't tell me of the car, like. But yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah,
it was pretty weird.
So what's the make and model? Oh, the year model?
It's
it's a Golf.
1981.
No, 1981.
GLS.
Okay, cool. Mk1 Golf. The purpose of the build, obviously, it's a stance build.
Yeah,
Or-
so it was a daily, and at the time I had a Polo 6, and basically this became like a show car because I always wanted to bag a car because I had Kuils all the time and I've been in the scene for like long. So I told her like, look here, if I bag the Polo, I feel like I'm not gonna gain any value on the car. So I was like, can we like bag this car rather, and we make this into a show car, but yeah, go show.
So when did this conversation happen?
One random day.
But last year?
No, 2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years ago. So how long is the car in E?
2 years.
Okay, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so obviously what's the next question is what's the suspension? So air suspension.
Yeah.
And then the wheel and tire specs.
So this is
A 16 inch?
16 inch. I think it's 7J. Yes, 7J. With 165 45s on.
Okay, nice. And then you see, are you running spaces to get this fitment?
Yeah. So with Mk1, you're gonna have to run all different size spaces. So it's like
Yeah,
like
because
that-
each one's
like that
fitment.
one has no spacer, this one has a spacer, like the Mk1.
Are you serious?
For real. The Mk1's alignment is, so when you work from a Mk1, you always work from that point, because that side doesn't use a spacer. That's like your furthest point. It's weird, it's a sharp
And it's
side.
like that on all Mark ones?
Yeah.
Okay, crazy. I heard about the Rio when Matthew was building his one
Yeah.
with the running fitment and that he also had different
Two
size
different
spaces
sides,
on it.
It's because that beam is like
slightly offset.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And even the shafts here is different lengths, so that's why the wheels
Sit differently.
sit differently, yeah.
Okay. And any engine mods?
Yeah.
So currently, yeah, we put in it was a 1.5 carburetor, and then the original GLS motor, and then we like wanted to make it a bit faster, and the reason why, because
fuel injected or
yeah,
something.
fuel injection, because
Yeah.
she got stuck, like the
All
valve,
the time.
the carburetor, pedal, lever got
Like-
stuck in the car, like rev, like what, like.
And you like just sitting there out doing this?
And then she's calling me. I was like, "Why is this car like this?" I'm like, I'm just gonna."
And because it felt at a stage that like we were replacing everything, which
Yeah.
we knew would happen, but it just felt like every time we replaced one thing.
then something
Yeah.
else happens.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
like,
most
I'm over this
irritating part.
engine.
So
But it was mostly engine related.
Yeah.
it was carburetor.
Carburetor
So,
related.
so I always wanted to like modernize it and make it
Yeah,
lighter with
yeah.
fuel injection. So I bought like a head and everything, but then the mechanic told me, but this block is too old for the head.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, last is all motor then. So I told her, let's put in a 2 liter, and she always wanted a 2 liter, and then
Something loud.
So what's in here now?
a 2 liter 8 valve.
8 valve.
So yeah, future plans probably cross flow or something like that, just to make it look nice.
Standard cams.
Yeah, everything's standard,
Okay, just
everything's
drop
stock.
in, okay.
But
But it sounds liquor. Like it sounds like I got the cab in.
yeah.
And what's the biggest struggles you've had with the cars? Obviously the engine, right?
Yeah.
Or-
And
And
the
the-
rust.
Hey?
Rust.
and
of
the
course.
rust, is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's our
cool.
biggest struggle.
And then your highlights with the car throughout this journey?
I would say it was the air and when we resprayed it. Because it's like,
Like that's like the most thing that
Yeah.
really captivate the
because
difference.
the color, like it was this very like, it was white, but it was a dull white.
Yeah, and like the
And
clear was off.
Yeah, and I didn't
yeah.
want like a bright white, so I chose like a very like warm white. So the day it came back, I was like, yo, it looks like a other car. So that was like,
no, a respray always like
Yeah.
brings new life to a car.
like I actually got emotional because he pulled
and-
up and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
they delivered it to you basically.
So yeah, so she basically supported me during COVID because I couldn't get work. So I saw my side hustle was like doing wheels and stuff. So she was like, okay, look here, why don't you build my car and like for like
Spain.
content, and so I could like try to attract more people and show them what I can do. So we sprayed
This is your
it.
demo car.
Yeah, so we sprayed it and we put on that BBS spoiler that I had on and the Evos, and I got coilies for it. So when it
Okay.
came back, it was a
Like a
total different car.
No, that's
So-
when I also noticed the car after
yeah.
that.
But
Like,
you saw it when it had bags.
Yeah.
That was even before that, because they're Kuils, basically.
The one other highlight is probably the lilac brake calipers.
Oh yeah,
people's gonna be like, it's so bouillon. But I loved it. So
when was that?
I was like,
That's
when the car came back, I said, I just want one lilac thing on the car.
Yeah.
And even Buti and Anu were like, no. And then they did the brakes, and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
I at least got my touch on it.
So we first had like vinyl,
like
the stripes. You see that
GTS.
That three was one stripe, two stripes here at the bottom.
Yeah.
So we had that in lilac. We had the calipers in lilac and the center nut of the thing in lilac.
Yeah.
And we're like, nah, this thing look a bit too much. And then it just ended up just being the brake calipers in lilac. So I had to like show that it's a girl's car, and that was now the main thing, which was that and the
Is it still like it?
No, I changed it.
What's it now? I was like,
it's black now, so it wouldn't have worked as this whole thing.
I was very sad.
Removing my little female touch on this. No, but guys, well done in this. And thanks for being on the vlog. So also, I'm going to say it now so that people can put that to rest. During the cinematic vlog, you can see that obviously the outfits changed. So you guys can obviously ask, why did the outfit change? We shot this thing over 2 days because, as you can see, we're running out of light again. And there's so many times, like so many nice shots of this car, we actually get carried away. And this is why we run out of light every time. The whole point today was to actually just do the interview, but we were in a nice location and the light was looking lovely, so we couldn't miss out the opportunity on getting extra shots. So yeah, that's for the outfit change story. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below if you guys want us, what you want us to see next. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Bye. Oh, am I supposed to walk?
No, I just walked out of the movement. You don't stand there like a presenter. Cool, shot guys.
I hope you could see that.
No, I think you can. Shot guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you still see it?
Let's see.
Yeah, I hope you can.
No, I can still see.
I thought they were going to put the lights on.
It is a bit dark, but we'll
Yeah, in the
I should have made the